We are just.
Dude, no one add him. Let him sit there. Anyways, hey, welcome to MADePAP episode 21. I'm me, they're them, we're us, and unfortunately, Imp isn't gonna be here for a while because he wanted to run late and shit.
Are we really gonna do that to him?
You're lucky you added me when you did. I was 30 seconds away from clicking leave.
Can't even hear you, bro.
See, this is why we show up early and we do audio checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was in the middle of a run of Night Rain with Arcasul.
Bro.
Oh, with his other friends, the ones that he doesn't introduce us
Oh, you
to.
mean the guys I actually beat every single boss with?
Okay, we can remove him, right?
That was some trash right there.
Yeah.
Get comfortable down there in the last spot.
So, Brom, remember how I said I might be able to play after this? I might.
Actually, I
If
don't
Imp's
remember
not
that because
playing.
you went dead silent right after I asked you the question.
All right.
Apparently,
Well,
I gotta find a new team to play with.
It's all right. You can.
Is it going to be Arcasul and Imp's other friend?
No, you can hop back on Arrakis and we can get some more cool shit.
Yeah, I'll do something else.
yeah, I need to get onto Arrakis.
Or next up is Ornithopters.
Hell yeah, Hornithopper it is. Anyway, welcome to MADePAP, episode 21. I'm me, they're them, blah, blah, blah. You still have about 10 minutes to get any voicemails or emails in. If you want to leave a email, you can complain. You can say, hey, Mad, you're so awesome. And the other guys are okay. You can send all that to madcheesemo@gmail.com, or you can call and leave a voicemail at 726-610-5357. Check with your carriers to see if there's
Charges apply.
fees. Yeah,
MCI friends and family. That's what I'm telling you.
got to have me in your top 5, bro.
Mm.
Anyway, so sports talk. What's happening? Nothing really, right?
We got a couple things. The Stanley
basketball's
Cup's
almost
probably.
Stanley Cup's about to be won in about
Is that still going
17
on?
more minutes
Yeah,
of
hockey's like
game
the
time.
longest season out of all the sports.
Basketball's also still going on.
I don't like having to put in effort to hear Imp. Is he low for everybody else?
A
Little
little
bit.
low.
A little bit.
Oh, it is over, right? It's 3-0.
Did Dallas win?
Dallas
No,
doesn't win.
Panthers over the Oilers right
The
now.
Panthers. No,
Florida.
no, dum
Florida
Carolina
Panthers.
Panthers is an NFL team.
Yeah, Oilers is also an
Florida
NFL
Panthers.
team. This
There's
is
not
very
Panthers
confusing.
in Florida.
You
I
don't
think
know
there
that.
actually might be.
What, like
In the
Ala
Everglades.
Panthers?
Swamp
they get-
Panthers?
introduced.
Yeah.
Gators?
You know, like rhinos.
I mean,
Or
which
hippos?
I'll be
yeah.
honest, it's a less gay mascot than the Dolphins. We know what
What?
happens with Dolphins.
Dude, dolphins are scary as fuck.
Was that one of our first or second episodes?
Oh, I think second. Maybe third. Anyway,
You know, maybe Deshaun Watson should go play for the Dolphins because that story aligns with how he likes to be taken care of.
yeah, I heard he likes to trip on LSD when he gets down with it. Speaking of getting down with it, don't forget you can leave voicemails for another 3 minutes at 726-610-5357. Guys, I'm not giving up on this. So either you people start calling and leaving voicemails, or I will come to your house and put the phone to your face and make you do it.
Did somebody just order Taco Bell or did the Undertaker rise?
Yeah, I heard
No,
that
that's
too.
just my phone notification going off.
You have the
Hold on,
Undertaker.
hold on, time
Hold
out.
on. Hold on.
I'm so happy because that's so perfect. That there's some things in life that are just
No, it's not
Chef's
the Undertaker's
kiss.
bell.
it's
The
just
fuck is not.
It's
No,
not. It's
it's
the bell
just-
from Bloodborne.
Oh, that's worse, bro. You should have just said, yeah. It's Undertaker. Rest in peace.
The bell tolls.
Yeah, dude. They love them some greeping. Well, that's all for sports talk and dolphin talk, I guess. All right, mailbag. Here we go. Where is it? Here we go.
Although the mailbag's lit tonight, voices from the void out of sight. We'll reply to your DMs and your calls. Let's see what's up in these digital halls. Skirt, 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 skirt. linger crystal clear. So keep sliding, keep dialing through. This is our mailbag groove where dreams come true.
Yeah. What? Machiavelli. Anyway, who's this? Punkalicious Magnifico?
Magnificos.
It must be
Magnifico?
one of my, you know.
Why don't I have any parody people?
Oh, you do.
I don't know, but
Because you are a parody?
Voicemail time.
So that's not fair. Why is Imp getting demoted when he made something that's objectively funny?
No, I'm okay with it.
Thank you. Moving on. Mailbag.
Here, hey, my name is Bill. Just calling to say that I appreciate the heads up on the straw hat. Now, previously, I had not been aware that you could not wear it at certain times of the year. You had to
Hey,
switch to
Matt,
like a
can you
beat.
pause it for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Does this man sell propane and propane accessories?
No, but he does
Bobby.
root for the Florida Panthers.
Good.
Beaver pelt
It's 5
hat.
minutes in the show and already the mail ain't right.
Okay.
Had to switch to like a beaver pelt hat. Not a top hat. People go crazy on those apparently. Anyway, just want to say thank you. It's Steve.
It's Steve. Oh, fuck's sake.
that threw me. I thought this was a totally new caller. But
He did it. He did a good job with his voice that time.
He sucked us in. I thought that was Hank Hill.
Well, he said his name was Bill. I got to be honest. I have this thing where if I hear an accent that's thick, mine gets thicker.
mm-hmm.
Oh, it was the worst. My mother was originally from Boston, and when we would go back to
Band.
visit, like 3 hours in, she would get so like knee deep into the accent coming back.
By the way,
Oh, no.
Cynthia, you're more. You have the number, and we still need to know what a Croatian sounds like. Because to me, when I did the Elon, like the history of Elon or whatever, and when like Tesla died in his
South
arms.
African.
No, let me finish. And when Tesla died in Elon's arms, I had him do a Italian accent, like, "Oh, Elon, just want to make sure that you name your car is after me."
So
I
the
will
Pope's
be remembered."
exorcist is Elon. Oh, I think Croatian is just random Eastern European generic. Just it's whatever.
I don't even. I mean, do you even know where Croatia is? That's one of the like
Balkans.
Soviet Union ones, right?
It's in Europe still, man.
All of it's in Europe. Everything in the Eastern Hemisphere is basically Europe.
I believe it's like southeastern Europe towards Croatia, Serbia.
We sound like we want
former.
to rob you. Oh, speaking of robbed, listen, y'all know I'm a huge David Ayer fan. Love him. And to watch is one of my favorites. Fury is amazing. I watched The Working Man last night. I have never been more. I felt embarrassed for him. We went and watched Street Kings afterwards just to remind ourselves that David Ayer is a good fucking director.
I will tell you that aside from Slender's on-point criticism on how powerful a small hand grenade should be,
Bro, what
because-
did he attach to that dude's chest?
because in Working Man, small hand grenades were apparently blocks of C4.
Why did he never have to fight the samurai biker that showed up?
I thought he shot him.
That movie is insane and not in good ways. David Ayer. I blame it all on Sylvester Stallone because he co-wrote it, and there's a lot of themes bleeding over from his last Rambo movie, if y'all noticed.
Are you trying to say that Sly is getting more like old man based, where he's just like everything is trafficking?
Hey, Sherry. Sherry, you have the number as well. You're more than welcome to leave voicemails or email. Oh, you did email me. Never mind. You're out of the doghouse.
Yeah. By the way, do you have your setup for your tips?
Oh, of course I do, bro. You know, if you want to,
And Mad's gonna be gone for a couple minutes.
you want to riff while I don't have to set it up or anything, but something came up.
So while Matt is not doing something else, it's important for people to know that Brahma's channel has memberships, and you can join his channel's memberships anytime you like,
This
including
is true.
now.
Well, not now. They're kind of busy.
They can open new
There's
tabs,
extra
Matt.
tabs.
What's your channel members called, Brahma? What's your tiers?
The pasture, because Mad can't say pasture.
I can say pastor. I say it all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So one is somebody
bullpen.
who speaks in a church, and one is a place cow graze. Which did you say?
I say, look, you know what? This is not part of MADePAP.
All right, I'll ask more later.
I think it should be.
What is the
Face should
third
be.
level? Is it the steakhouse?
Shouldn't you know? Why are you asking us?
Brahma hasn't looked at what the levels are since he set them up.
I was still disappointed that there wasn't a Wagyu level.
No, it's the pasture, the bullpen, and the rodeo. Because my
So-
shows or my channel is all about Western.
Hold on,
themed
is
things.
the last level, is the rodeo the highest level?
Rodeo is $9.99. Yeah,
So the people who pay the most get to ride the bull?
They get
That's
to
what it
be the
seems like.
bull.
actually, the most expensive one is the steakhouse. That one's $24.99.
Okay, so they get to eat the bull.
Yeah, they get to ride it and then slaughter it and eat it.
Wait, they have to do all the work.
Yeah,
You really make
That's
you
the-
really
that's
make
the
your
membership
members earn
perks.
it.
It's the Taylor Sheridan experience.
it's the built-in membership perks.
He's gonna make you just like Taylor Sheridan makes Paramount pay to use his ranch. For the
Well, you know,
shows.
if you did it whiskey themed, you'd probably still have to bottle your own whiskey anyway, right?
Likely.
Yeah.
At least it's not bull's milk themed.
That was respectable choice. Yes.
Guys,
Are we still riffing?
yeah, horribly.
Oh, I'm
Just
sorry,
start the
Mad.
story.
I'm not
Are
here to
you-
riff.
You're ready to actually just start the story?
Yeah, because I got
The
everything
truth.
set up, so there's no reason to do anything else.
But
The
you
true
didn't need to
story
set up
behind
anything. It
LA
was already set up.
Confidential, Mad? Is that what you want to talk about?
That's one of my favorite movies, man. I'm a big noir fan.
Are you Rollo Tomasi, Mad? The man who got away with it?
Yes, and
Are you thinking of what that reference was right after we started talking about LA Confidential?
yes, and
When it was a major point of the movie? Which
bro, it's been a minute.
it was the actual line that allowed Guy Pearce's character to unravel the entire mystery.
Y'all remember when I said start the story while I finish up something?
I thought you said riff.
That was until you failed. Not you specifically. Well, I mean,
Wait, well, this is an important question, Brahma.
who milks the bull?
I think
That
that
would
would
be-
be $1.99 membership level.
That would be, by the way, that would be Mad when he's going over for this little sleepover meetup that they have going on.
Man, I can't wait, dude. Alex and Garrett and like Quarter Black and me, we're just gonna stay up all night and tell scary stories in the slave house.
Mad's like, don't worry, I'll paint their nails. It'll be great.
I haven't talked to Alex yet.
Wow, you're already disappointing me.
Mad, you just gotta promise him a big booty Latina and he will appear.
I have been promoting our hangout that no one's gonna have access to but us on every show I've been on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but like, well, I don't know if you've ever heard of these guys, but we're basically gonna be sleeping together. We're having a sleepover.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All right, Chad, you ready, bro?
Yes, sir. If we are now to that point where we're going to talk about Los Angeles in the early 20th century, one of the most corrupt cities there was.
Thank God that
Bribes.
changed.
Yeah, I was gonna say was.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. We got an email in. I'll save it for next week
Why? Well, you can do it now.
because we may not have nothing next week and we already moved on. Shut up. Let's go.
All right.
That's a good way to get them to keep emailing you.
Yeah.
Not even reading
I
it.
got
All right,
it, but I'm
fine,
not going to read
fine.
it till next week.
From Don Joe, your Audi is very good at beach volleyball. And then there's a link that I do not trust. Now I remember why I stopped doing this on Street Smarts.
Hey, friend, you want to send money? No, it's fine. All right. So at the time,
What time?
early 20th century, Los Angeles, so the
Nice.
early 1900s, bribes, vice were common. With over 1,800 known bookmakers, 600 whorehouses, and 200 gambling dens.
Wait, real quick, how big was the population at this time?
Los Angeles population circa 1910. Let's see.
Yeah. Put that in the...
And how many of those whorehouses and gambling dens were combined, and how many were separate, or was there a different sort of?
319,000.
Okay, 600 whorehouses for 300,000 people. The whore to John ratio is bananas.
All right.
Well, there was a lot less to do for recreation back then.
Let's do the math here, Matt.
True.
Let's break this down a little further and get into the advanced analytics here. We've got 600 whorehouses. You got to figure that on average, there's at least 5 or 6 whores per whorehouse.
Easily,
So
yeah.
We're talking. So let's do 6 times 600. So we've got at least 3,600 whores. So that is a ratio of
Was.
Well, so half the population will be women, so you can cut them out.
1% of the population was whores. Just a whole 1%.
Man, it
By
was like
Gotten
profession.
into the massage parlors.
it was like 20th century OnlyFans.
That means one whore to service every 531 people.
But oh wait, are you including men and
Wait,
women?
that's less than Bonnie Blue.
You know Bonnie
Because-
Blue is a dude. I actually did not know that till this week. But
Wait,
it is
what?
like Bonnie Blue, the OnlyFans hooker who convinced 1,000 dudes to rail it in a day, is a
That's
man who
not
had a sex
true.
change. It is one. There are podcasts where he talked about going through his sex change, and they've scrubbed it from the internet
Really?
Well, then how do you know that they talked about it?
because
Well,
nothing is ever
No
scrubbed
wonder
from
it
the
hurts
internet.
so much. It's not self-lubricating.
I think they can make it where they are now. They have like little tubes, like if you're on Arrakis.
It's a still suit.
Yeah, basically.
It's like, oh, Bonnie Blue, what are you doing this for? The spice must flow.
I'm gonna need to ask Grok about this Bonnie Blue thing.
Go ahead, do it real quick.
Nah, I'm not
Brock
gonna
will-
do
I'm
I
telling
don't
it's,
believe you.
It's true that
Chad, somebody grok it. Is that how we say it now? Man, we need to grok that shit.
Yeah.
Is that grockable?
that is grockable. I think Grok will confirm it.
That would be hard grok.
Well, not anymore. It's gone grok.
They didn't need OnlyFans in the
There's
1900s.
no credible evidence that Bonnie Blue, the British adult content creator whose real name is Tia Billinger, is transgender.
Boom.
Rumors surfaced online, particularly after a viral X post on June 14th of 2025, claiming that she was previously a man named Kyle Butler.
Yeah, that's what a million ticks will do to you.
Matt is like, look, there's the 1,000-yard stare and there's the 1,000-dick stare.
Yeah, she's too shiny for a 26-year-old, but not too shiny for being OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
Bonnie Blue is like shiny the way that stuff that makes bad headlights get shiny. You know that stuff is just used
Maybe we
up.
should go back to the story.
Like
Yeah.
popcorn grease?
All right.
That's what I was thinking.
So at this time, it was rare for a police chief to even last 6 months in LA unless they embraced big business and protecting the vice racket, because the mayor owned the chief and the political campaigns received substantial funds directly from the vice operations. If you're a politician, you're going to either be a whore or get paid by the whores. It's just how it goes.
Sherry took it right to the line.
Yep. Wait, what's smegma?
Oh, gross.
want to know.
Fucking gross.
You know, I just want a bit of lore. I feel like it was just yesterday. We were on a joke stream before all this really happened. You know.
That was a long time ago.
I know. It still feels like yesterday. Anyway, go ahead.
All right.
Penguins obviously don't have a sense of time.
Have you looked up
James-
smegma yet, Mad?
No, I'm not fucking up my algorithm again.
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 Thanks, Blue Waffles.
All right. So, but all that changed when James Davis became police chief. James Davis
Two guns.
had made a name for himself in the Los Angeles Police Department as the head of the Vice Squad during Prohibition. There's even pictures of him with 6 women from Carrie Nation.
Carrie Nation. Yeah, we need to cover her too.
Carrie Nation's temperance movement holding axes to destroy barrels of alcohol. He took over as police chief in 1926.
But is anyone going to use a scissors to remove their testicles in this story?
Or add more to their testicles.
Okay.
Or get
No,
set on
well,
fire due to
Not
pine needles.
not for too many spoilers, Slender. There's going to be a squad of dudes who may have done things like that to other people.
Oh!
And for the record, Boston Corbett didn't cut them off. He just opened the bag and took out the coins.
That's what I said. He removed the testicles.
Is this where we get Goon Squad from?
Oh, is that another Bonnie Blue reference?
That's a smegma reference.
There
I'm
is
not
a
googling it.
there is a there.
Hey,
Hold
babe,
on.
can you Google?
Then you'll never know what it is.
Babe, can you Google smegma?
Oh, this is
Two
going to get you in
guns.
trouble.
So just here, I'm gonna make Mad feel very angry. There's a really overrated movie from the 2010s called Gangster Squad that kind of covers this same territory. It's a shitty.
Ooh, I got it with Sherry. This was fine. It's a type of smelly cheese. Cool, I got it. No reason to look it up. But Sherry's like, no. Here, hold on. You need more specific information on what it is.
It needs to know.
Ugh. So it is related to Blue Waffle.
All right, so after taking over as police chief in 1926, by July 1927, Davis reorganized the entire department in response to accusations that his war on crime was inefficient and neglectful. He fired a fifth of the police force for bad conduct and instituted the dragnet system of policing. He made vice, radical organizations, and vagrants his primary targets. The biggest concern were quote-unquote Eastern gunmen, also known as gangsters. With money cut back from the force, he was working with reduced resources. Davis instead responded by forming a gun squad. So,
The Gun Squad.
I have one
believing-
question, though,
yes. Mhm.
real quick. Did he fire a fifth of them because they were also in the time of Prohibition?
What?
Like a fifth as a measurement of an alcohol, but
Yeah.
that no.
Okay.
Ooh, wow, Punk. Not off to a great start.
Wish you weren't so freaking awkward. Bud.
If Imp wasn't late,
All right. Next time I won't stop production. I'll try to fit it in a little bit smoother. Okay.
Gun
I don't
Squad.
think that's what the problem was.
So believing
Ah. This isn't going to be a thing tonight, guys. We're not doing this tonight.
How does one churn that?
Oh, very easily.
You use like a spoon, right?
A
No,
cheesecloth?
you hand churn that shit.
No, you do not.
Yes, you do.
All right, so
you
I
said-
was like, man, I'm
guys?
starting to get hungry. I need to grab a granola bar. Nope,
Get
not
you some
necessary.
cheese.
Cheese stick?
String cheese? It gets real stringy after a while.
Oh, that one made me like nauseous, like for real. Like my stomach started to turn.
Dip it in a little marinara.
it's like like Mad, you know how like when you pull a cheese stick apart, you have that just long gooey string that just
I just was like, hey,
the
Jane.
smell of Parmesan?
No, here's the thing, okay? I just was like, hey, Jane, we just started the story. You should drop by. And this is not what she can come into, guys.
Oh. Do you prefer your cheese sticks square or the standard?
I swear to Christ,
cylinder?
if you send me a video, you better send 8 fucking voicemails for the next 8 weeks with it.
Oh, there you go. All right, so Davis believing accurate shooting by policemen would be the greatest deterrent to Eastern gunmen, who were known for not being accurate and shooting like stormtroopers with their Tommy guns. He created a 50-man gun squad.
Oh.
And after forming it, Davis declared, "The gun-toting element and the rum smugglers are going to learn that murder and gun-toting are most inimical to their interests. If the courts want to eliminate them, I will hold the court. Oh no, if the courts won't eliminate them, I will hold court on the gunmen on the Los Angeles streets.
Oh, he's Judge Dredd.
I want the gangsters brought in dead, not alive."
I am the law.
He sounds a lot like there's some sheriffs in Florida who like to occasionally give press conferences that are like this. Like there was one like what do you say to the it was what like the summer of love when protesters are going on. I encourage my community to be armed, and if these people come into that community, I believe that we will be taking them out in bags.
Wasn't there one like just a few weeks ago? It was like somebody broke into her home or was like trying to break into her car. She was armed. She drew. She fired him. Good for her. She was carrying. Good for her. The press conference.
Dude, somebody in Florida, one of those guys called a reporter a dumbass. Like, why are you asking that question, dumbass?
I think that same sheriff was the one who was like, if you come into one of these neighborhoods and if you hit a police officer, you're going to the hospital. If you spit in a police officer's face, you might not make it to the hospital.
Oh, man.
Oy.
All right, so sorry.
All right, so we're at the part where he formed a 50-man kill team to just make the streets run with
SEAL
blood.
Team Dicks.
Every cop movie you have seen in the past 100 years is based off of this man in his policies.
Yep.
So Davis earned the nickname Two Gun Davis
Two guns.
because he loved
Two
to pose
guns.
for photos with two guns drawn, gunslinger style.
That was a 2 Chainz reference.
Yeah, he also had a pistol team that practiced and gave demonstrations at what is now the Academy for Local Dignitaries. So, I'm guessing the police academy.
Yeah, and they would have,
So what was
diplomats
really
come
fun
in.
is they would bring the diplomats in, and they would actually string up Eastern gangsters and shoot them.
That's not true. He's
I was gonna say
taking
that
liberties
can't
with
be
the story.
true. That's
It
a
was a-
war crime.
Wait.
This was before the Geneva Convention.
What year was this? Did we have cars yet?
This is in the late
Did we have
1920s.
cars? Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did we had cars, right?
Yes, cars were invented in the
Oh,
late
okay.
1800s.
So somebody just went to the Model T, took out the front seat, and drove from the back seat. Whoop, 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 whoop. You said police academy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh man, this hurts me more than it hurts you.
I mean,
You know,
That was a good franchise
No.
of movies.
Punk, what that was like a growth on a primary organ of note that looks a little bit like cheese. It's just,
You know what?
isn't-
Oh
isn't-
god damn it!
Oh.
You know what no, fuck off. You know what I find fascinating, Punk, is that at no point while you're saying it, you don't have that thought of like abandoned retreat.
The problem I see is Punk's jokes are actually good, but he never waits for them to just have the opportunity to be deployed. He just tries to shoehorn them in with whatever the hell he's talking about at any
Wait.
given time.
What is going on with Brahma?
I don't know.
Which
He's
one of
arrived
these is
where
the
he's
right one?
supposed to be.
And now there are 2 of them.
And now there are none of them.
Which
Goodbye, Brahma.
I don't
he's
know.
at? All right, so
There.
so the instance. All right.
See, I came in here in a good mood. Then Imp came in and started talking shit, and now I'm just angry. Now I'm lashing out at Brahma, and I don't even need to do that.
my
I
job is
didn't do
done.
anything. I did
Why
find
do you
the
keep-
I did
Oh,
find
okay.
the sheriff.
All right, yes.
Yeah.
Audio.
If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that.
I mean,
Seems a bit
If you
quiet.
block an intersection
Yeah, I
or a
can't hear
roadway
it.
in Brevard County,
Better?
you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule,
I really don't
Brevard
think
County,
he's running them down, but
gathering
that's
around
okay.
it,
I got you. This guy's
Rink
not
has his
passing-
Well, he said
privileges.
we. He's gonna do his part by saying, "Go get him."
gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave. In our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have seen.
That's a great Trump level line right there.
It really is.
Do you
It's the
remember
most
when he
beautiful
talked about
dogs.
the guy in Syria that they chased down from ISIS, where he's like, he died like a dog. He's-
A firebomb or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at,
God, damn,
because we will kill you graveyard dead.
he is
Play.
two guns.
Got to
Dude,
stop.
I love it.
Yep.
Hold on a second. Leave it up on the screen because
Oh.
his medals look like a tilt. The shape.
Wait,
The medals on the left, the plate, it's got a. If you go to where it's not blocked by the description.
And then, of course, he shifts.
There it
oh,
is.
there it is. Oh, I saw it. I thought it was a spaceship. By the way, who designed that? That is horrible.
Horrible.
It was his wife who designed it. The prototype was all black tiles, though.
I don't know what it means. What is all that?
I don't know.
Probably
I
like
know
good
it-
conduct awards.
Maybe
I
it's
know.
the number of people he's put in jail, or the hospital and then jail.
The
or
red ones are
dead
are
in the
ones that
graveyard.
they've killed. The green ones are ones that they've taken to the hospital.
All right. So
All right,
two guns. Two guns.
So Davis would often give a speech about communism, and then he would take a group to the shooting range, which
Yeah,
is the
I'm
proper.
liking this Davis guy.
His favorite stunt involved an officer named Joe Dirks lighting a cigarette and placing it in his mouth, and Davis would then say, quote, "Wait just a minute, Lieutenant. I'll hold the cigarette." In the Los Angeles Police Department, a superior never asks a man to do anything he wouldn't do himself.
He is such a showman. Hold on right there, Lieutenant. In the LAPD, we don't ask him to do anything we wouldn't do.
Yeah. Then he would have Lieutenant Tommy Carr shoot the cigarette out of his mouth. In one notorious incident, Davis talked so long with the cigarette in his mouth,
Now, one more thing about communism.
it burned down and left a long ash. And when the officer Carr shot it, the ash splattered it splattered ash and paper all over Davis's face. He got
That's insane. I don't care how good your gun squad is. I'm not letting you shoot a cigarette out of my mouth.
And
Think
for my
about how
next
much
trick-
more insane it is that he literally let the cigarette go down to nothing
Yeah.
and was standing so still that the ash didn't even ash
Yeah.
off of it.
He's just like
takes
mumbling.
balls.
He's just mumbling,
Yeah.
mumbling.
I mean, that is a
Communism,
man's man
communism.
right there.
brr.
Florida have officially won.
Now I got two guns.
all right.
Two
So
guns.
now in one story, Luther H. Green, a member of the Los Angeles Stock Exchange and a known bootlegger, was arrested at his home on Bonnie Bray Avenue with his stash of over $10,000 worth of pre-prohibition booze.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So, by the way, per the inflation calculator, that's equivalent of $184,000 in
Jesus
alcohol.
Christ. That's like
That's-
Brahma's cabinet.
No,
Well,
that's
that's about-
Brahma's 1 month of streaming.
I was gonna say you can probably get,
Just why I need members and super chats.
some Pappy and a few, maybe a case of that running right, Brahma.
The Pappy that's right down the street right now is $3,300 for
Oh.
one
Good
bottle.
Lord.
Yeah.
Man, you better not get mad when I fucking mix that with a Coke.
The rest is going somewhere else. What? Never mind.
I'm not a bourbon guy, but even I get
And
mad.
Mad's
going to
get some Gentleman Jack for his Coke.
It's probably a good thing that your dad's not going to be there, so I don't have to worry about him judging me.
No, you just got to worry about Garrett doing it.
I don't give a fuck. Shit.
Shit.
Matt is just waiting for him and Quarter Black to be like, did we just become best friends? Oh. All right, so 6 men broke into Green's home.
How many?
Green
6?
6. Green managed to shoot one of the burglars with his rifle before he was shot and killed. The group, now having failed to get the booze, scattered, so cops who had responded were now looking for the killer of Mr. Green. This is like a clue thing. Who was the bootlegger, and it blurred the lines of what they were doing, since it was almost like they were hunting down this person for trying to steal the booze that he had. So the alleged ringleader of the failed raid was a well-known crook named Harry Mile Away Thomas. Why do we not give people fun nicknames anymore?
That's one of the best nicknames. Why do they call him, what was it, Harry Mile Away?
He was nicknamed Mile Away because every time he was arrested, at least 9 at this point, he claimed he was miles away and nowhere near the...
Was it the shooting?
I was a mile away.
Ow, miles away.
I can verify that. I was 3 blocks away. I'm 3 blocks Gary.
His
From on the
attorney-
beach saw me.
I'm glad this guy's name was before World War II, because his attorney's name was S.S. Hahn. Told the cops that Harry, in this case, was not only 1 mile away, but was in fact 16 miles away at the time.
Yeah, if they really knew, they would call me 16 miles away. That's a Con Air reference.
Yeah. Yeah. The cops, who were now in pursuit of Harry around LA for several weeks before catching him, when Harry and his group were arrested in connection with the murder and put before a grand jury finally.
Hold up, real quick. You're lucky I don't know how to ban people because I'm in StreamYards and shit. Sorry, I missed what happened. What happened a mile away?
I don't know, but was he talking about getting you some smegma gummies? Is that what he was saying?
No, God.
I mean,
Don't
it
encourage
usually is kind of gummy.
Yeah, by the way, this is all your fault.
It wasn't Sherry's fault. She was miles away at the time. All right. So the officers in charge. So we have detectives Ellis Bowers and Richard Lucas and Charles Hoy, who worked out of the
No,
LAPD.
Sherry, it's
wait.
it's not toothpaste. It's like mouthwash. You gotta gargle that shit.
Sorry. I need like a bell or something. Got a tip in. Oh, I didn't figure out. I was supposed to figure out how I could put it in the chat so people see it. But it doesn't matter for me. For $10, it says, testing. Is this thing working today? Why, yes, sir, it is working today. It works every day.
From
that
who?
I stream.
Because you faded out.
What?
You
I
cut
didn't-
out
I
when you were
didn't- I
reading
didn't hear
who it was
Oh.
from.
It's from Eric K for $10. Says, testing. Is this thing working today? It sure is.
Is
Hey,
it
I'm
ever?
with that
It's all blue chewed up.
Okay.
With pineapple. See?
Anyway, so Detective Ellis Bowers, Richard Lucas, Charles Hoy, who had worked out of the LAPD's robbery and vice divisions and had captured hundreds of criminals over the years, took the stand to say they were sure, I mean, absolutely positive without a doubt, that mile away Harry over here had killed Green.
Based on what?
Lucas, this is one of the detectives, owned a private weapon arsenal, including a shotgun once belonging to Pancho Villa. Um, after the trial and testimony, Mile Away was let go because of a quote unquote lack of evidence.
Okay, listen. In the cop's defense, there was no evidence at this time, unless you saw him murder him. What are you gonna do? Like walk in, and be like, "What? There's blood everywhere. Gross." Did we find footprints?
Well, Matt, in this, based on what their police chief had said, these officers decided that they had plenty of evidence to take next steps.
Shit.
So Bowers, Lucas, and
that.
Hoy set out to stop Mile Away Thomas from ever committing crimes again. Tipped that Thomas might hit a West 35th Street garage filled with bootleg liquor, they stalked it out for 3 nights, and on April 21st, 1927, they heard someone climb over a 6-foot wooden fence, remove the garage padlock with bolt cutters, and open the double doors. When the intruder turned on his flashlight, Lucas, this is a police officer, shouted, "Stick 'em up."
They didn't really say this.
Harry made for his gun and got off 2 shots before the rest of the detectives opened fire and riddled him with machine gun bullets, buckshot, and revolver slugs.
So
How many people were staking out for Mile Away Harry?
Half of the
It was the
squad?
3 detectives. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He staggered to the front of an adjacent house and into the arms of a uniformed patrolman who happened to be walking by. The patrolman testified at the coroner's hearing that Thomas made no complaint about how he was handled, only asking to be hurried to the hospital.
Nah, they did what they had to do. It was good on them,
You got me.
That also sounds like every scene from those gangster movies. Stick 'em up.
Oh
Huh?
no! It gets even more cinematic, Punk, because in the ambulance, Detective Lucas told Thomas, Mile Away here, that he was dying, and Thomas replied simply, "Everybody has to fall sometime."
Everybody got to fall sometime. What the fuck? Did they
You better hope you do if you don't like that prison food.
It should be noted that Detective Lucas was also an amateur screenwriter working in
I was about to say, do they have a on-call screenwriter for their reports? Hey, I got to do a statement. Can you punch it up for me?
He's a member of Script Doctor's Patreon and got his lines punched up as part of that package.
We all got to fall sometime.
So the coroner's jury deliberated
I don't know
for
what
20
to do
minutes
with that.
before declaring the officer's conduct justified.
He did break in.
They said, and I quote, "Thomas was bent on crime and was ordered to stop by the officers of the law, responding by shooting at them, and so compelled, the officers had to resort to gunplay."
They had no other choice but gunplay.
Now, somebody might point out that they had premeditatedly staked out the location that he was going to break into. That was a place full of
Chad, how about you don't ruin a good thing?
Yeah, Antifa.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Why don't you go protest it or something?
I feel like this one might be a little justified. Just
Preferably down in Florida where that sheriff we were watching was.
Right?
Wow.
Talking.
Maybe go hang out with
We
the
got
Irish.
2 Guns Slender over here on screen.
2 guns.
Did you see my picture?
Yeah,
Yes.
2 Guns Slender.
2 guns.
Is that the next time
2
you play with
guns.
Matt? Are you going to shoot 2 guns into the stores that you're
Yes.
walking by?
We need to play that game again.
I'm sure there's been some updates and patches.
Which game?
since,
Police Simulator.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Bang, bang.
Didn't they do Highway Patrol? Isn't
Yeah,
there
but you got to
Highway
buy it,
Patrol now?
though. Yeah, you got to buy it, though.
Oh no!
I'll
Did
let you know
see,
I have it on my list waiting to see if it goes on sale. I'll let you know.
Did you see what release the McCracken put up for you, Matt?
No.
Is it smegma related?
2 gums, Slender? What is
Oh yeah, that looks
What is
about
this?
right.
this? I can't see it. It's not loading on my screen.
Oh, weird.
We see it.
It's Officer Mad.
I don't like it. I can't see it. Like, legit, it's not loading on mine, but I don't like it.
Well, you're
God
holding.
dang it.
I think it.
I was in
fully
pretty
loaded.
good shape when I was a cop.
How about
And I
like
would
the-
never eat a What is that? What is it?
Smegma
Ah,
butter.
fuck off. No, get that out of here. This smegma thing is not a thing, guys. Stop trying to make it happen.
Oh, there's
We
going to
did-
be
Sherry
voicemails
did.
next week.
Nope,
I think
it's not a
everybody
fucking
should
thing.
start leaving Smegma voicemails.
Oh, that's a good idea. Matt wants more voicemails. That's
Matt should
I'm
probably
sure
put
he
up
You are
does
the phone
those.
number.
ruining.
All of chat should leave voicemails about Smegma and Smegma related products next week.
I will cancel.
He
No
will
bad.
play every single one because he won't screen them ahead of time.
Smegma and Smegma accessories.
Dunking them donuts and Smegma a little
You
too
know what?
much.
You got him moved.
It's Smegmalicious from Officer Mads.
Do it in his accent. It's a smeg malicious, right? Isn't that the Croatian?
The Croat, yeah. The Los Angeles Times reported the story, noting that the press and public took an officer's word for how the events had transpired,
As they should.
as cops didn't need to
yeah,
worry
that's
about
the right way
critical
to do
newspaper
things.
coverage. I mean, had body cams been available at the time, I'm sure the delay between stick him up and shooting him probably would have been many
Look,
multiple.
See, this is the
minutes.
problem with Chad. He just assumes the officer is the one who
Right?
fucked up.
Now, Chad, you've known me for
They
a
were-
while now.
They were waiting as a kill squad for days.
Yeah, it's called a stakeout.
Right? It's called it's preventative. It's a deterrence.
Prevent him from breathing.
If that's
prevent
if
him
that's
from
the way to
committing
stop
crimes.
him from doing crime.
We all got to fall sometime, Chad.
That's not preventing.
I didn't
that's
realize
ventilating.
Chad was such a fucking Boy Scout.
Right?
The Last Boy Scout is a great movie. We should.
If
It's true.
would you not just trust me on my word when I was a cop? If I told you
No.
something?
No, you
I
would be
would.
the worst. I would never.
I would
trust you at
immediately
your-
trust you without question, without fail.
Simp.
I would follow you into the mists of Avalon.
Mad.
Imp with
Bro,
the best
honestly,
line
right
of the
now.
night.
I mean, I know you wouldn't do it for legit to like frame anyone's stuff, but did you? How often did you lie, generally speaking, to your supervisors?
Okay. Oh,
How many
listen.
times did
It's
you sprinkle crack on a corpse?
never. Listen.
I'm talking about. Yeah, I was definitely not.
No. Hold on. I'll tell you. Listen. When you're a cop, it's not lying. If you know how to articulate certain things, you have a lot more leeway. I'll say this: there was one time, man, this dude, we had him in handcuffs. We're trying to get him in handcuffs, and he's on the hood of the car, and he kicked one of the officers, and that dude grabbed the suspect's leg and just pulled him right off, and his head hit the asphalt, and he was out, and everyone froze. And I remember thinking, "Fuck, how am I gonna write this up?" But luckily, he woke up, so we're like, "Okay, good to go." So those things happen, you know. Like there was a domestic one time. The boyfriend was at the girl's house. The ex-husband comes and starts shit. The boyfriend beats the living shit out of him. Now, in my statement, I wrote that, you know, once the threat was no longer there, he disengaged from the husband or whatever and waited for the police to arrive. Now, did I leave out the part where the neighbors had to drag him off of him? Sure. But he was an asshole.
Well, that just sounds like good writing to me.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah.
Like you work within the bounds of the verbiage of the report, and you're good to go.
It's like writing.
Apparently, the official term for it is a blue
Oh.
waffle.
Oh, Matt is on tonight. Yeah.
Southern Bill.
It's the
No,
smegma-
maybe she means like, oh, Matt is on tonight.
Yeah, he's
Do
definitely.
not bring that into our home.
What are you talking about? Oh no!
You know, I was thinking bagels and schmear about 10 minutes ago, but I didn't say it. But now that that's been opened up, right?
Matt has to be careful because that's his emergency hookup if he needs to do streaming, so he can only go so far. But you know, we've cracked the code. Apparently, Matt just has to be really attentive, and he'll get pills to be on streams.
I did. Yeah. That's a good way to call it. I annoyed the shit out of her. She was just like, if I give you 2, will you go away? I'm like, yeah, probably.
That seems likely.
For now, at least.
All right, where are we at in this
All right,
fucking story? We have so much more to go.
After this whole incident, exactly what you expected to happen happened, and Lucas was promoted to the head of LAPD's intelligence squad,
As he should be.
Intelligence Squad.
which
From
oversaw gambling and vice enforcement.
Oh.
So by August, Lucas was working directly for the chief and was reputedly close to gangster Albert Marco. So, yeah. Born in 1887 in Italy, Marco came to the United States in 1908, starting small as a pimp and con man in Nevada and Washington.
Where's it at my money, you bitch?
Charles
Bitch
Crawford,
better have my money.
Charles Crawford, who was a Los Angeles, who ran Los Angeles politics, was an old friend of Marco from Seattle and convinced him to move to L.A., the land of opportunity for a pimp. In the early 1920s, Marco drove to L.A. in an early model Cadillac, transporting alcohol to a Long Beach warehouse. Crawford's political machine allowed Marco to operate with impunity and no fear of prosecution. In 1925, Marco pistol whipped an LAPD officer and received a mere $50 fine and had his gun returned to him.
Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
I never
According
think
to-
about the other side of how awesome it was to be a cop back then. Like
No
you,
shit,
there
right?
was some. You pistol whip a cop, and they give you a fine. Oh, here's a gun bag. Like what?
On the payroll.
Yeah. So, according to the IRS, between 1922 and 1924, Marco earned $500,000 from prostitution in Los Angeles alone. And just for, if you want to know what that is in current dollars, that would be 9.3 million.
And that was just what was reported to the IRS, not the under the table.
I don't know how the IRS had it, but apparently he paid his taxes on it. He was he was in such little fear of being prosecuted. He actually reported the income. And
Wow.
under dependents, he put 17 hoes. And one bottom bitch. Gator better Gator's
Yeah.
women better be wearing. He's like Marco's girls better be wearing them jimmies. All right, he wanted. So Marco had decided he wanted to take down Councilman Carl Jacobson, a family man, Republican, Protestant, and real estate worker in Lincoln Heights, who was crusading against gambling and prostitution, costing Marco's money, impacting his
Good
bottom
Lord.
line.
It's
In
every
19
fucking movie.
In 1925, Jacobson ran for city council, but lost by a mere 13 votes to Joe Fitzpatrick, who was known for taking bribes before taking office. As second place finisher, Jacobson instead became a city councilman. Wait, no, never mind. Never mind. So Fitzpatrick was actually arrested after he
For
was
what?
elected for taking bribes.
Oh.
And so Jacobson was like the runner-up in a pageant, got to take over.
The understudy.
Yep. So Marco went to Jacobson and offered him $25,000 to focus on parks and recreation instead of prostitution.
What? Like, hey, can you Amy Poehler this shit up? What's her fucking
Which
name?
again is he was offered the 2025 equivalent of $470,000 to just clean up the
The other way.
parks.
Yeah.
Jacobson refused, reported the bribe and Marco's pimping to the feds, leading to Marco being fined $250,000 for tax evasion. All right, so there you go. That's how he didn't pay it, but he didn't go to jail for it like a certain other gangster. He just paid a fine.
Real quick. Corruption in South LA? She.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
And also, Bell, you don't want to
Shit.
know.
Anybody know that reference? If you don't, you should find out. It's The Wire, motherfuckers.
Yep.
One of the greatest television series of all time.
About Charm City. It's super accurate too. Baltimore's the worst.
Yeah. Oh. I hear it's getting better though.
No, it's not.
Everybody's getting those equity boxes, so they can go watch the Orioles.
No, Baltimore has like a 3-block zone that's
Hey,
okay to go to, and it's where Camden Yards is, where the Orioles play, and it's where the Ravens Stadium is. And I only don't know the name because it's changed names like 4 times because the companies go bankrupt or merge for their one. And it's in that, and that's the inner harbor of Baltimore, and they keep that zone fine. But if you go off that one, those 3 blocks, if you even take a step down that next street, you're in trouble.
Yeah, fucking Omar coming.
All of a sudden, it's like, wow, there's a lot of liquor and check cashing places right here.
It's like the Dave Chappelle liquor store, gun store, liquor store. Oh shit!
Payday loans. Those sound interesting. I bet the loan rates are really fair.
Oh no, you've taken me to a food desert. Go on.
So Marco instead turned to Lucas to assist him. Now head of the LAPD intelligence squad, he asked Lucas to set up a quote-unquote honey trap, which Jacobson was called by Miss Hazel Ferguson to discuss street assessments at her property. And like a good councilman, he went and did a house call. When he
Excuse
arrived,
me, Mr. Councilman. I'd like to talk about street alignments. What was
When-
it?
Was it also a chicken ranch?
Wish you weren't so freaking awkward, bud.
I'm
Could be a
starting to feel
running
like
thing
that's targeted at me.
What?
I mean, you don't have to be on the LAPD shooting squad to be able to know that one was.
Where did Mad go?
Did he
Did
Punk,
he leave his
you,
own show?
You get moved down even more because you made me accidentally hit the back button.
You're still fucking with the mouse, huh? Still playing Russian roulette with that third button?
Yeah. Gotta have a little danger sometimes to feel anything down there, you know?
No, I don't.
I
Sorry,
mean,
can't help you on that one.
you know that he's got trouble with the mouse. It's all smegma'd up.
Aww. What's that diet weight loss thing, everybody?
Ozempic?
Yeah, man, I got Ozempic mouse. Have y'all not heard about Ozempic penis? It's a thing.
It adds an inch and a half.
Is that what it does?
Yeah.
Oh, the articles made it sound like it like does something bad.
No, I'm not
Well, I mean, the
interested
other
anymore.
side effects are pretty bad, but that one I think
Yeah,
Hey,
man,
babe,
they've
can you
decided is
order
okay.
me some Ozempic?
I mean, it is causing people to have liver failure and go blind at alarming
Yeah, but with
rates.
a big dick.
But didn't they say that you
See-
could have the first pills free?
I mean, that's usually how it works.
That's
Yeah,
how they
so you-
get you. They're like, oh, you
But-
want to keep that extra inch? Yeah.
Gotta
My
stay
my
hooked.
conspiracy theory on it is that it's not actually adding an inch and a half. You're just getting rid of your fat pad, and suddenly your dick looks bigger.
I mean,
It's highly
What
the
possible.
fuck? Well, because I can't see it because I'm having a split screen because I got stream elements up. Speaking of which, if you want to leave a tip, here is the link. So I can't really see it.
I think they're talking about their PFP, man.
Yes.
Begging for
I know.
tips.
Oh, I will DSP this shit up. Wait till I get a leather vest that I can put on if you hit goals. If you want us to finish this story, you better hit our goal of $200.
Oh no!
Oh,
Please don't.
I can't stream that late. I gotta go to bed.
yeah.
Well, then you should tip in.
All right, so so Jacobson arrived at Hazel Ferguson's property. When he arrived, she poured 2 drinks, and after she handed him the drink, the lights went out,
Oh,
and he
God
was
dang
hit
it,
on the head.
Punkalicious Magnifico. I guess full screened. Banned.
Now you can see it.
I'm making a list of everyone I'm going to ban once I figure out how to do it from here.
Then we won't have a chat.
Yeah.
So he wanted a parody person in chat. He did
That's
an
not what I
avatar. of it.
meant.
Anyway,
Listen to my feelings, not to my words.
You just went all Mexican on that one. Not to my words, man.
Odele.
I watched Street Kings earlier.
Essay.
So, all right, so he was knocked out, and when he woke up, He was in red underwear with a whiskey bottle nearby and was arrested by 4 LAPD officers, including 2 captains, Lucas and Detective Raymond, and with a reporter standing by to take pictures. This is LA Confidential 100%.
Yes.
He was
Oh,
framed.
dude. Got another $10 tip from Eric K, the only person I like in chat.
Oh,
Someone on
jeez.
the. Well, I don't mean that. God
Taking
dang it.
shots at chat now.
Yeah, we know he
You're-
likes lovely Sherry.
No.
He
You,
keeps
you guys
bringing
are
up their comments.
You guys are turning it around on me. That's not what I meant. He's just my
Every now
favorite.
and then.
If you want to be my favorite, just tip. Someone on the panel needs to test if Ozempic makes it larger. Asking for a friend. I say whoever ends up on the bottom tonight has to check it out. Has to try it out.
Check it out.
Gotta need those before photos.
Will I be
So,
able to expense it?
You can
if
send
I
them to
have check it out?
madchismo@gmail.
So in a police report that could have been authored by our host Mad Chismo, the officers claimed they had just been watching through a window and witnessed criminal behavior.
It happens, bro.
So they crashed in to arrest them for quote unquote moral violations.
Do you know how many times I've been hanging out on the corner with a captain, 2 lieutenants, and a reporter, and we happen to see crimes going on in the window?
With a city councilman?
Yeah.
So Jacobson was strongly encouraged to sign a confession to avoid lewd conduct charges.
How many times did they hit him to get him to sign that confession?
Stop hitting yourself.
Once per letter.
It was then that we found out that Miss Hazel Ferguson's real name was in fact Callie Grimes.
Oh.
Now, despite thousands of supporters protesting, Jacobson was taken to trial. In the first trial, he testified that Grimes must have pulled down his pants after hitting him. The jury voted 9-3 for acquittal, ending in a mistrial. The second trial ended with an evenly divided jury, and the DA dropped the case after allegations of jury tampering surfaced.
Based on what?
It was later determined that Grimes had been paid $2,500 by Marco and promised an additional $100 a month stipend if she testified. Which
Sorry.
would have been about $1,800 a month in perpetuity for testifying.
Sherry, that you started it. I don't need to see it in my DMs now. Gross.
And so it commences.
I do like that jacket though. Anyway, got a $1 tip from Alex Halo. Hey, Alex Halo, that's somebody from LD stream. He was tied by a fury in the house, I'll bet. By a furry, not a fury, not Nick. Sorry. He was tied
sure
by a
Nick wasn't
furry in the house, I'll bet.
Are you sure he isn't a furry? Maybe he is.
That is the
Who?
first time
The
I've ever
councilman?
heard you mention LD without saying, ever heard
of him? Thank you, Alex.
All right.
Appreciate seeing you.
So here we go.
It's been 2 years. I've only gotten one person from that fucking weeb chat to come over to check out
They
anything I
kind
do.
of don't like you, Mad.
Why don't they?
You kind of mock them on a bit of a
But in a
regular
loving
basis.
way.
Kind of like you did your own chat tonight.
Yeah. And I don't know how many of them are going to
Well,
show up next week.
Well,
I
if they're
saw-
gonna act like it, then I'm gonna treat them like.
You know, I don't know who shows up and is a glutton for punishment around here.
All of
Wish
us.
you weren't
Punk
so
Level,
freaking
all
awkward,
of us.
That kind of made me sad. Oh,
I'll take the pity.
And of course, I stomped on Imp's one word for this hour.
I need to take a screenshot of whenever I've done the Premiere Pro and I have all of our audio separated, and just Imp's little just ticks.
Just do a time lapse of it. Show it real
Little
quick.
ticks. Wait, I was there when Mads killed a stream arguing with some chick. It was, I don't even remember that. Me arguing with it. Oh, wait, do I?
Are you trying to say this was a case of extreme madsogyny?
No, this channel hasn't been around for 5 years. It's a new channel. It's a new
This
me.
is Mad's new channel.
This is
I'm-
a new channel.
I'm straight.
Question
I like
mark?
how it's
Say
a
it with
question.
confidence.
I can't remember what the name of this one. Anyway,
What's my motivation?
what's my actor secret? What's my channel secret?
So
All right.
crazy sometimes.
That you're really not straight. All right, what's the
All right, so
Where we at
now
in the story?
all right, so we finished with the trial, and Jacobson was never convicted. So now we come to a brawl at Chip's Cafe, a boat
I do remember
shaped
it.
speakeasy on the Venice Pier. Marco shot and seriously wounded a patron and was jailed. Unable to make the payments to Grimes at this point, she then admitted to helping frame Jacobson. The four
Glad that
officers
doesn't happen at Mad Speakeasies.
The four officers who conducted the raid and Crawford, who brought Marco to L.A., were tried for conspiracy to frame the councilman. Grimes was a witness for the prosecution. Once again, there were 2 trials that had hung juries both times, and all charges were dismissed in 1929. The scandal did lead to the demotion of Chief James Two Gun Davis and Detective
Two Guns.
Lucas and Lieutenant Raymond, and other cops were forced to resign. So the higher up ones who actually did the most stuff were only demoted. And all
Yeah, that's how it works, bro.
And the patrolmen were all forced to resign. Frank L. Shaw was elected mayor in 1933 in what is now considered the most corrupt time in Los Angeles history. I feel
That
like
says a lot after everything we just heard.
I think
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, a
pretty-
little bit.
and what we're seeing right now, currently. So,
Yeah.
his
Oh,
reign-
got it. Do E Clay with $6. Thank you. Don't mind. Oh, god damn it. Don't mind the smegma. This is the only cash I had on hand.
Ooh.
Thank you for the tip.
You know,
Dirty money.
money that comes from a sweaty wallet just doesn't seem so bad anymore.
Oh, don't you hate when somebody gets their wallet out and gives you some money and it's warm?
Ugh. Yeah, because they've been sitting on it.
Yeah. I'm glad we don't do cash anymore.
Yeah. I don't even know why I have a wallet because I have cards and stuff in it, but like I don't have to have the thick wallets anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's better for your back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I keep it in the cargo pocket.
Oh.
Okay. Question.
Boss.
You're still wearing cargo pants?
Yeah, nothing but all the time. I'm a dad.
Are they camo?
No.
Are they Old
Slender.
Navy?
Also, no. I think they're Arizona.
Slender likes having a bonus pocket.
God
Hey.
dang it! You're making it worse.
As many bonus pockets as you can get your hands on.
Are they shorts?
No, I don't do cargo shorts.
Weird.
I have standards.
That's fair. That's fair.
But cargo pants are okay, right?
Yeah.
Like, was it the Ranger pants that they have like cargo, but they have other pockets and they're more
You're
like
talking about the
Well,
tactical
yeah,
ones?
all
Yeah.
pants have. Most pants have.
No,
other
he's talking like
pockets.
5'11".
well, it's
you
You wear
similar,
carpenter
but
jeans?
It's the Wrangler version, but yeah.
Do you remember when we all wore carpenter jeans with like a little thing for a
Where it
hammer?
had the hammer loop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you never
pants.
used the hammer loop.
Fuck no, they were
Did-
Tommy Hilfiger. I'm not putting a
didn't-
fucking hammer in them.
Didn't Jinkos have the hammer loop?
Janko's
too?
had it
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
And it was fucking gigantic. Man. It
Just-
was
Well, yeah, Jinkos.
Just think about me in my youth wearing Jinkos, you know, a little penguin waddling around.
Why are we going down this memory hole? Yes, there was a chick that said, "Go fuck herself on behalf of all women." Yes.
Why is his avatar picture Walt F in a tree?
Yes.
Okay.
Accurate. Yeah, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's also the reason why I have not been back on a certain channel after dark for a long time now.
Because
It's on
you're
the
up the
edge
tree?
of things.
I get that reference.
I got it.
Oh, I
I got
finally
it
get it.
twice.
I get it
Yeah,
too.
picked up.
You misogynist.
I needed about 6
wore
more
carpenter
clues.
jeans. Tom of the morning to you.
Hey,
That one didn't work.
when I was a painter, I wore painter pants.
Did you
Okay,
use it?
Painters have a special kind of pants.
I mean, they're kind of like the
I thought you just had like the smock.
well, The painter pants is basically a whole lot like the carpenter pants, but it has loops and a few other things.
Do you ever have a poncho? I had a poncho at one point. I never wore it.
Now, weren't we talking about Pancho Villa a little while ago?
Yeah, it
one
all
of the.
connects.
One
I
of
think
the-
Chad referred to him as Poncho Villa.
He did.
Whatever.
I didn't want to call him
Pancho
out.
Villa.
I
Now
don't
that-
care. Whatever.
Now that we're out there, yeah. Huh.
All right,
Yeah,
where we at? Who's in jail?
Now we're having. Let's see. We are. Everybody is brought down now. Frank Shaw was elected mayor, and he's
Oh, yeah.
apparently considered the most corrupt mayor of all time.
Nice.
So his reign was strongly opposed by the Chandler family, who owned the L.A. Times. The L.A. Times had faced a bitter labor struggle in the early 1900s, culminating in a union member bombing their building in 1910, killing 21 employees and injuring 100 more. The Chandler family was firmly anti-union after that incident, but Shaw was a pro-union politician. Shaw won their backing by appointing a police chief who was anti-union, but he brought back James Davis as police chief to provide the police the muscle to discourage unionization. Davis was loyal to the interests of Henry Chandler and other prominent LA businessmen.
Real quick. Okay, everybody. Jane is here now.
Oh, do
Hello,
we have
Jane.
to behave now?
Yes.
Hi, Jane.
Yeah, that one running bit that's been happening is done.
That
Which
you're a
one?
misogynist?
What? No. That's never going to go away.
Oh, the one about the cheese?
No. Guys. Jane's not going to put up with that shit.
We're out on good behavior now.
All right. So, Mayor Bad. LA Times, and then they got bombed?
Yeah, he founded the Red Squad, which the ACLU claims was the most lawless and brutal police squad in the country, formed to crack down not just on labor organizations, but also quote-unquote radical elements. He said that communists, and this is a quote from Davis, have no constitutional rights, and I won't listen to anyone who defends them.
I agree.
Based.
100% wholeheartedly love it.
Got a $10 tip from Anonymous. Says, how many ponchos did Pancho Villa have to be named after a poncho? Someone has to know. Wait, how many ponchos did Pancho Villa have to be named after a... Oh, had to have to be named after a poncho.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be that maybe he had a whole bunch of them, so it's named after him?
Maybe he was the first one to wear something and said, well, what are we going to call it? Well, that's poncho, and that's what he wears, so we're going to call it a poncho.
Via already means something.
What does it mean?
House.
Well, he
means
used
house?
to go by the name El Guapo, but that didn't stick.
Punk, did you say Villa means house?
That's what I said.
Perfect response. That's what I said.
It said Slender up. He's not paying attention. He must be playing a game.
I'm
It
still
says
paying attention.
a
I
large-
was listening to Punk Waddle's joke and trying to figure out if it was good or not.
I like...
A large country house in Roman times is a villa. Ha.
A villa.
That's a villa.
That's a villa.
Still spelled the same way.
Fuck!
Well, you said villa earlier. I got confused.
Why did I move down?
You're not moved down, he's moved up.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep saying the story if I'm down here by Imp. I don't like that.
Ooh.
Thank you. All right, we'll keep going. All right, so
How did I get punished?
You're not being punished.
Yeah. Chad's just cheating the system now.
look, we all know the spot right next to Imp is punishment.
Fuck no. I started
You
with
know
Night
what?
Rain.
I call it my home away from home.
No, Mad wouldn't play that
No.
game because it's good.
Yeah, they don't have a narrative difficulty.
Yeah.
What?
And there, like if you're just interested
Like
in the
Lies of
story
P?
and shit.
Oh.
Got a
mode.
$1 in from ZBR. I think that's Andy. A little something for one of my favorite people. Yeah, it's Andy because he misspelled favorite. He did it the British way. Well, like all the extra letters and shit. Like they have all the time in the world. Oh, we're going to have tea at noon or whatever.
All right. Oh my God, I feel like
Thank you, Andy.
as our story continues, Chandler is going. Davis is going to basically be channeling the Slender Dad political school and theory. because he stated and further elaborated that citizens either were of economic value or they were not.
Correct.
Kid, these gross old poor people.
Either you is or you isn't.
And he was apparently known to see communist influence everywhere.
Because it was. He's not
Yeah.
wrong, though.
So wait, this is
Have
the
you ever
Red
seen
Scare of
Hollywood
LA?
back then?
Yeah.
Or now.
Or now? Yeah.
So
I
so
saw
he's-
Hail Caesar.
Yep. So he started a policy where every resident of the city of Los Angeles was to have a file at LAPD headquarters, and with the goal of having their fingerprints.
Yeah.
in
Why are you
addition
worried?
to
If you
data.
ain't got nothing to hide, you shouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah.
So with the LA Times
Wait.
complicit in this,
Hold on. Did I misread? It's $100, Andy? Holy shit, dude. God damn it. I'm so bad at this. I need someone
Wait,
else to-
somebody gave you $100?
Yeah, I'm so sorry, Andy. I said it was a dollar.
Fuck's sake.
Wait, hold on. Is it
Only
American?
read part of the message this time.
I've read the whole thing. A little something for one of my favorite people. That's me, Avi.
did you everybody catch that Mad was trying to de-emphasize his mistake by saying maybe it wasn't American dollars, so I can pretend that it wasn't like a super generous thing that I rolled on.
He was
Thank you
looking
so much,
for
Andy.
the
I
out.
get it.
Yep.
If it was 100 yen, it's nothing. That's fine.
Well, I don't think it is, right?
$6.70.
I love that Mr. Gunpla knows the actual exchange rate, like at the moment. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So the LA Times, being complicit, avoided any stories about corruption or an oligarchy running Los Angeles. Completely ignoring any stories about corruption.
Probably because there wasn't any.
Under the team of Chief Davis and Mayor Shaw, the old crew saw a chance to profit again. Detective Lucas returned, working for the Central Vice Squad, which acted as enforcers.
Dude, I love the Central Vice Squad. We need to bring that shit back.
Oh, no, Jane. That's not working anymore. I'm unsubbing. You know what? Fair.
That is pretty fair.
Fair.
That would be, he kind of.
Oh, can we bring the bit back if she's unsubbing?
No, not she. Zombie Box Reviews is
Oh, zombie boxes?
Oh, Mr. $1,
Mr.
Zombie.
$1 Zombie Box.
Damn.
Dollar Andy.
So the Central Vice Squad acted as enforcers and bagmen for the mobsters and politicians approved by the by the political machine. The squad roamed the city collecting money from organized vice operations, with the take going to Shaw,
It's
Joe
more
Shaw, the
efficient.
mayor's brother. Joe,
Was-
a former U.S. Navy lieutenant, so this is where the Navy comes into play, Slender, was put in charge of the LAPD.
Don't bring the Navy into the... Well, actually,
In
yeah,
the
bring the Navy into this
Navy.
shit.
Yeah. So
I like
he had
it.
been put in charge of the LAPD to control Davis, who, despite his corruption, did occasionally try to fight some LA crime.
Yeah. He fought a lot of crime.
Yeah.
It's like,
The
I haven't
gun
fought crime
squad?
lately. I should probably fight some crime.
So
he had-
how much
he-
of them? Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say he set up the gun squad, the intelligence squad, the red squad, the traffic squad,
You know, maybe Stallone does fit into this.
the bro squad.
So this is, at this point, LA... fell
I
into-
hate that I was also thinking the bro squad.
That's the squad that hangs out after work, after shift.
You know,
They play some volleyball, drink some beers.
Yeah.
I mean, this will drop me down a peg, but I thought my callback to Stallone and trafficking was a good reference. All right. I'm awkward. Go ahead.
Oh, now you got to move him up. That was
I know.
funny.
I was doing it.
All right, so LA now fell into the hands of Italian American mobs,
How?
with gangsters like Jack Dragna, Bugsy Siegel, and Mickey Cohen moving in from the East Coast to profit from the booming vice business. Because once again, LA was the land of hookers.
How?
No, it's
but-
the city of angels.
No, it's a
Listen,
land
now-
of milk and honey traps.
Now operating as a loose alliance between the gangsters, the corrupt LAPD elements, and City Hall under the leadership of District Attorney Burn Fitz.
Okay, you say this though, but it was the least communist time in LA's history.
That's true.
There was
A woman-
none.
It was like, look, they went to these girls and said, you can make like $1 on OnlyFans and have to do the worst stuff, or you can live okay. You just have to,
There was no poor
do
people.
things in person. I'm pretty
was
sure
no
there was probably
communists.
still poor people.
Not on those streets.
No, they were moved on. They were sent to San Francisco. Under the Shaw spoiler system, businesses were pressured for a $5,000 initial payment followed by $500 monthly protection money payments. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
got
lot of
to
money.
protect them from the Reds, man. Protect them from the communists. I heard that Ponce Villa guy. He's around somewhere, isn't he?
So they were paying
in my house.
$12,000. By the way, that is in 2025 dollars. That would be $12,000 a month in protection money.
Good lord.
The initial payment, which was $5,000, would amount to an initial payment of $123,000, followed by monthly payments of $12,000.
Who?
Which businesses can afford that?
Right?
They must have been making really good money.
It had to be all the whorehouses. Those are the only ones that could be able to afford.
I mean, how many a day?
Why do I feel like right now there could be a montage in 1933 LA where it's just like that one in Scarface where they're just moving in just bags of money, have the little money counters going, and like
What do you think they
laughing and
got it
everything.
from?
Poor people.
No, cinema got it from this time.
Yeah.
6 of one, half dozen.
Well, Scarface was based on Al Capone, so
Yeah.
The original
Impure
one, right?
audio is
Well-
almost non-existent.
Don't
Yeah,
tell him.
You got to turn your shit up.
He's been real mean tonight. Don't tell him.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, got a anonymous bill. Oh no.
Why are you echoing?
Undo that shit.
What the fuck is that?
Abort.
gross.
No
Abort.
echo cancellation and no headphones.
I got him. Anonymous Bell with $1 goes, yo. And I say, word to your mother.
did you make sure it was $1?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It wasn't like 100.
Where's
this
the
time?
decimal point?
See, that's the problem. There wasn't one.
Oh, I'm sure there was.
Well, that would be a sign that's 100.
Okay, I see your point. Why are we still bringing up old shit?
He reads $100 chats and $1 chats at the same enthusiastic level.
No. Once I realized, once I identified the missing decimal, I went back and gave it more life.
All right. The average monthly salary of a cop at this time was $200. But
Yeah,
vice
plus
officers,
$12,000.
so but due to graft and bribes, vice officers made around $50,000 annually.
Wait, how much? Wait, what?
All right, so a normal officer's take-home pay was $200 a month,
Okay,
right? So over the entire year, that would have been $2,400.
for the
Vi-
year.
For the vice officers, they were pulling in about 50,000.
Well, they're more
Dang.
important.
Yeah, well, in terms of bribing.
Well, no,
Ghost
they have to have
Squad.
those suits and stuff to like blend in. You played L.A. Noir.
So
Yeah,
Matt,
I want a pinstripe zoot suit.
So Matt, I know that you clearly would have been one of the corrupt cops because that
Fuck
works
yes.
out to that would have been $1.2 million a year.
Dude, that,
I mean-
at that point, man, we got all this
Bro.
money. We wearing those zoot suits. We can have a zoot suit riot.
Yeah.
What
Just
the
keep
fuck is
straw
this? I
hats
got
away.
I got another
Maybe
tip
throw
from
back a bottle
The
of
bottle
beer.
of beer.
I got another tip from a different anonymous for $1.20. There's not a zero. $1 and 2 cents. It's a super sticker, my favorite.
You love
Are
super
you?
stickers?
I don't
It's
trust
1.2 is all it says. I don't know if there's. It has to be $1.20, right?
Matt,
Maybe
what
it's
you need.
maybe it's $1,200.
Can you send the link and set like Brahma up so he can double check the numbers?
I need help, guys. I need help. I've been
You
telling you
need
this.
more help than I think we're able to give.
Here's the system we're gonna do. You're gonna set up Brahma with the get it logged in on his screen too, so he can like when you get one, you can double verify. It's like the turnkey system for a nuclear launch. You're gonna have two keys going. Like Matt is gonna say, "I see $1," and Brahma's gonna be like, "No, it's 100."
And then I'm going to attach my bank account.
That's fine as long as I have access to it.
No, you're gonna be a kept man living on the estate. You know your
Bro,
future.
instantly. I would leave whoever I needed to if I was a kept man.
Brahma,
Like
I
you.
hope you realize you're looking at your new stepdad.
Whoa! Wait, no. Because I need the insurance, right? When he dies, unfortunately.
Shit, no,
However that may happen.
Yeah, his mother will get the insurance, and then you will be
For
the kept
him?
man. No, for his dad. His dad is super. They're all
Now
in
you want to kill
insurance.
off the dad?
Mad. Do the math. People who work in insurance are always overinsured. It's always a windfall.
Oh yeah, my family
I-
prays that the plane crashes if I'm flying alone.
I
Also,
I
look
worked
at
in
the way
insurance
Brahma
for a couple of
lives.
years. I was gonna say I worked for insurance for a couple of years, and if I ever went out, my wife would not have to work again. So she's good.
Fast and loose.
My granddaughter's probably insured for more than all of you guys at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding? Wait, do I have insurance?
I mean, I'm
That
insured for
explains
quite a bit.
that right there is the answer. Wait, do I?
Oh, got another one from Anonymous for $12.02. See, the other one was $1.20 for another super sticker. Do I get to make up what this super sticker is?
Is it smegma?
No, it just says in quotes super sticker. Like I get to make it up.
No, there should be a super sticker.
There's not.
I don't know then. That's
I
weird.
think they typed in super sticker.
There's no bitterness in this comment at all.
Can we go back to the Segma bit? I like that one better.
Oh, I thought you didn't like that bit. And
Well,
Jane's
I don't.
still
This
here,
one's
so
bad.
we can't do that.
Oh, damn it!
You lost him.
I get to make it up.
You get to make it up.
Oh, I never unmuted him.
You muted him?
Did you not hear his
mean?
audio?
Yeah, but he could have unmuted himself.
He's
That could have
back.
just been a regular imp day.
Oh,
we're,
nope.
We're still echoing.
Back to being muted. Got to move you down for that one.
Just turn on the echo.
no.
I can step up. No, Jane.
No,
No,
Jane,
no,
don't
no, no.
step
You
up.
stay.
You stay.
This person should leave, though.
The one who sent you $100.
No, no.
I don't understand why you're being so mean to Andy.
I've not been mean to Andy at all.
How much did he send you?
We've
Yeah,
gone.
and then you were like, fuck your generosity.
Guys, we haven't even got to the second main This is a two-hander story. There's a whole other character that we haven't even got to
Maybe
yet.
we'll have to
we're
do a
about-
part 2
Oh.
next week.
Sherry,
Don't you do it.
Man.
Yeah, but we're actually pretty close to Mad's $200 goal for whatever he said he was gonna do.
Wait, what was I going to do for $200?
You were
I
going to
don't remember.
smegmify
Yeah, you
Brahma
were
at
gonna-
the
you were gonna-
meetup.
Oh, I
don't
thought it had something to do with
think so.
Ospensnick. What was it?
Oh,
Ozempic dick?
Ozempic. Yeah.
I guarantee you the government will be able to fill that prescription for you faster and keep it more updated than the one you have currently.
Tell you what, if we hit 200 or whatever, I will show this horrific picture that Sherry has sent me. And she sent it to me twice. I don't even know why. She sent it to me twice.
Was it
Like
the one
back
we
to
already
back.
saw?
No.
I think this is.
There's
this
another
week's-
one?
Yes,
last
I don't.
week's, The paywall.
Will you
very
stay
low.
monetized afterwards?
Yeah. I don't know what the second one is. Like the first picture, it's bad. But I do like that jacket though.
What do you mean stay monetized?
Okay, well, will he stay monetized once he gets monetized? Since we all know that Mad will be monetized
Play
at some point
Elden
soon.
Ring.
One day.
Oh, it failed to send the first time. Yes.
No.
Yeah. It's bad.
Did
I think-
Imp mute or did you mute him?
Oh, I
again?
muted him.
'Cause-
Is he back?
well,
Hey,
I
I-
don't
no.
know. You haven't given him a chance.
No, it's still.
He can
doing-
unmute himself, by the way.
Yeah.
Can he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'll mute Chad. Okay.
I've
There you
unmuted
go.
myself.
Wow.
You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have done that, Chad.
I muted Brahma.
Okay. If I have to start taking powers away,
He can unmute himself. You know that.
I have the power.
Does he? He might not have realized. Now he's unmuted.
all right. So where are we at in the story? Who's where? What happened to the communists? Did they win?
There's a story tonight.
I only know about 2 guns.
So this
guns.
story tonight is more a series of vignettes than a goes. It's like
Yeah, actually.
this is the Magnolia of MADePAPs where we're just jumping around randomly.
I
It's
love
like-
vinaigrettes.
Oh boy.
I mean, his fucking mic is so bad and still. Damn it. I don't even know what I was going to say.
Jane over
were
here.
doing
I heard
so
something
good,
about
Punk.
hookers.
Oh, you know what it's like? It's like Love Actually, right? Like all of it's going to come together at the end.
That's what you chose to go with, not like Snatch or
Bro,
Lock,
no,
Stock?
Love Actually, dude. It's one of the best Christmas movies.
I went with Magnolia only because it was set in LA, but
We got another $1.69. Like now you guys are doing it on purpose, trying to get me to fuck up on decimals and shit. Because this one doesn't even say anything. But thank you for the $1.69.
what I was gonna say with Jane over here, I heard something about hookers. That's the entire story. At any point, there was always something about hookers.
We
From the very
started
first
with, there were
paragraph,
600 whorehouses
Yeah.
in LA.
and
For
we
300,000 people.
and we determined that's a was it a 1 to 500 ratio on a conservative estimate.
And that's not that's for all people, not just participating cons, right? So
Yep.
clearly they didn't have to service that many people.
Well, you had that one prude that ran for councilman or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and
so
ended up getting naked at some lady's house when all she wanted to talk about was street designs or something.
I mean,
No,
I don't
he
like
was-
the way Punk phrased that. It's not a have to, it's a get to.
And so Mad, the thing is, he was a conservative religious politician, so he was clearly secretly gay, and that's how
Oh,
they should have
yeah.
gotten him.
True.
Yeah.
Should've tapped his foot.
He tapped his foot and had a wide stance.
Everyone was getting paid except for people.
You lost it. You
Yeah.
were going somewhere, it just never materialized. Good effort.
Yeah. How many
I
houses?
wish you
of
weren't
the
so
Rising
freaking
Sun?
awkward, bud.
Oh, fuck off.
It wasn't me that time.
She caught me red-handed. Wasn't me. All right. So we formed now. Now we had a red and intelligence squad.
Don't forget the bro squad.
So the red
Vice
squad
squad.
took direction from the business community targeting its enemies, while the intelligence squad got orders from the mayor's office, spying on and using force against any of Shaw's enemies, including journalist Carrie McWilliams, Judge Fletcher Bowron, and the district attorney and 2 county board supervisors.
So, did
At
they
this
ever?
point-
Did they ever actually cross where they were going out? The different squads were actually going after each other because of interested parties. Or
I like to think of it as like a healthy competition.
Yeah.
It was
Like
it was like
at
intramural
the
sports
office.
at a college.
Or like
everybody
a-
has their own mob version. You know, this is my team. This is your team.
or if you work at an office, like every department is like, oh, who loses the most weight in the month of
Oh, okay.
October
Like-
gets a 3-day weekend.
What you're saying is like, you know, softball from each division, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bloods versus Crips.
yeah. The same thing as softball.
What did I watch where the
it's-
Bloods
where
and the
it's-
Crips had team? Oh, it was
It was a Key and Peele.
no.
Didn't they
It
do
was on
that?
HBO. It's called I think it's called Bookie. It Charlie Sheen was on a softball team as well. And like
Were
the
they powered-
the LA Sheriff Department was playing the Crips that day.
Were they powered by Tiger Blood? You know, can we realize how far we've come that has completely just disappeared for how batshit crazy he went? Like,
No, it wasn't
That's
Mayor
probably-
Kingstown. And should I be worried that you can't speak?
You know what? That happened on my birthday
Oh,
one
he's
year.
smoking.
And I definitely went to the snow cone place and got tiger's blood snow cone just in honor of him that day. And I did carry around a machete too.
what Punkwaddle is leaving out is that he also banged just porn stars 2 at a time.
Well,
It's like-
I wasn't born in East LA.
Yeah, you're on. Yeah, Slender's on an equity 5. Hey, Davinia, how's it going?
I believe that somebody else had points about equity and inclusion in our chats today.
I'm not supporting a 5th channel for him. It's too many.
But this one doesn't have place in the title though, so that's good. It's different.
All right, where we at in the story? What happened?
So now we have the competing intramural squads working for different
right.
sides. Chief Davis had now effectively lost control of the LAPD with
How?
the division because there was regular working cops and they didn't like him because he was corrupt. And then they had the 2 factions that were working for other organizations and told him to kind of F off. Despite this, he was still considered the second greatest LAPD chief in history.
I mean, how low is that bar?
Serving 11 years in the 1920s and 30s, and during his first term, he changed the use of firearms in the LAPD, setting up a gun range, giving awards for gun accuracy, and waging a war on criminals, encouraging cops to shoot first, kill, and beat criminals severely. So,
Yes!
second grade. In addition to this, he developed the police academy and appointed the first Commandant Lassard. He improved police radios and used hot sheets for stolen cars. No one laughing on the reference. I thought Punkwaddle would have got it.
I got it.
I did not bring the right equipment for this kind of a police officer in charge.
I'm gonna be honest. There was I got distracted by something, so I missed the joke.
He's
Okay,
an
I'm
American
ready.
hero.
I'm ready to go get some criminals.
So the joke I said, Punkwaddle, is that he
Lassard.
appointed Commandant Lassard to run the police academy when he formed it.
Are you a criminal? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Are you a criminal?
That's the sound of the police.
Whoop.
I don't know
I'm
if it was. I don't know if
Now I want
anybody
to play
was
the
there.
game. Now
we
I
getting
want to
echoes
play
again?
the fucking game, man.
Yeah, I think I have it downloaded still.
Whoop,
But
whoop. That's the sound of the police.
It was a good day.
I talked about it on Comics Division last night, but I legit, no bullshit, this isn't a bit. I would roll around in my patrol car, fucking blaring that on my radio, windows down, give a fuck.
So you were like Liam Neeson in all the ads for
yeah,
the
they call
Naked
yeah,
Gun.
they call me the hip hop
how
cop.
it came up.
Wait, Hip Hop Anonymous? I've heard
Hip-Hop
about that.
cop.
Did King Kong not have shit on you?
No, bro.
Look, let's be honest. There's no way Mad was going to ever be a corrupt cop because that would have taken effort too. Mad was the kind of cop who was like, if I work 20 years and keep my head clean, my nose clean, I'll be able to
that was gonna
retire with
happen.
another pension.
No, y'all may not know this about me, but I have a problem with authority. And
What?
yeah, it's weird because I'm like, oh, army, that'll work out well. Oh, please, but
You went for the one specialty in regular infantry that had the least amount of time with someone over you.
So here's my problem, and it's not my fault, but when I would hear something or see
Not my
something
fault.
stupid, I had to say something. You know what I mean? And that caused problems.
Mad has what we would call the gene,
Yeah,
where
exactly, yeah.
he hears something and it doesn't pass the smell
It
test,
doesn't, nope.
he can't stop from going, well, are you sure that maybe that you're not being a dumbass? And he would say it to captains and lieutenants and whatever level it is.
I did get into it with the director of emergency services, who's in charge of everything. He was making, like, he was saying that, our cases were being kicked and it was our fault, blah blah blah. And all I asked was, look, the two, I think I was there 2 years at this point. I was like, in the 2 years I've been here, no one from their office has come down to tell us what we're doing wrong that's causing them to get kicked. We don't want this to be for nothing. Like, what's if you tell us what to fix, we'll fix it. What is? And he goes, that's a good question, and then walked out. Never came back. Mind you.
So real quick, Zombie Box is saying that you were content being a cop until someone bribed you with life-changing money, $1.
By the way, I gave him like 6 months to think about it because I asked him the same question. And another thing that I wasn't even supposed to be in there. Whole thing. I had the lieutenant came out that night to talk to me, and he was like, I'm not telling you that, you got to watch your back or whatever, but you got a spotlight. I'm like, I feel like I should have a union rep here. He's like, man, stop twisting my words. I'm like, that's what you said. Oh boy, I got in a lot of trouble. Yeah, that was the point of it. Where we at?
Hey,
we were at
still getting a little echo.
Yeah, why does it sound like there's an echo?
So we were at the part where so Andia Zombie Box Reviews had just reiterated that Mad didn't read his donation properly, and so we're gonna move on with the story now.
Oh, Jane, they should talk to us. I do it as I've been taught, and I put it in, and it goes through all the desk lieutenant. He'll check in and he'll make his corrections. And I go and I'll send it back, and then it goes all the way up. It gotta, you know what I mean? Help us out. I was right.
Mostly, probably.
No, 100%.
You're saying you had 100% correct rate.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Oh God, no.
Wait, you just said it.
I'm 100% on this one thing, dude.
what? When did Soul Assassin get into the chat? That's weird.
I had a giant.
Hasn't he been there?
Yeah.
So the worst would have been, luckily for Mad, if he had a woman in charge at a higher level, then we could have really had some.
Well, no, this was prior to Lady Ghostbuster, so I wasn't misogynist yet.
Oh, before 2016.
Yeah.
I feel like you always had the misogyny.
Well, it's kind of like, you know how I talked about like I don't think my grandmother was racist, but also she wasn't around a lot of black people, so I don't really know. There wasn't a lot of women around. But I feel like I wouldn't have been.
It's like, I feel like given the opportunity, I would have probably not been 100% racist.
No, I wouldn't have been. No, my grandmother probably.
No, and Mad, on the other hand, someone would say, with Mad, I feel like given the opportunity, he might not have been 100% misogynist. But, it would have still been in the upper 50s at least.
50s and 60s.
We're going to talk.
Definitely would have been correcting his supervisor even more.
To be the legal term would be preponderance of evidence, which is just majority plus one.
I can see Mad.
I guess I have to mad explain this again.
Is that how they did it in your hood, Lieutenant?
What'd
you say?
Some would take this as mansplaining, but it's a completely different thing. This is
Madsplaining. Yep.
Look, Lieutenant, I realize that it's really nice for you to get out of the house, but you gotta. But around here, when the men are doing work,
look, I worked with a couple female officers. They were great. One, oh man, she was crazy, dude. I saw her. I backed her up on a DWI, and so she does the test, the SFSTs or whatever, right? And then she takes the handcuffs out, right, and just waves them in front of him and goes, "Now you know what these are, don't you? So you know what time it is. Turn." I'm like, fight or flight. Fight or flight? It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
All I know is, for some reason, I see a lot of videos where it's the officer drawing the wrong one with between taser and firearm that tend to be female officers like all the time. And it's muscle memory. You're usually using dominant hand versus non-dominant hand for those. Yep. And I have no idea why they constantly are. I
don't know why either.
But you've seen the pattern, right? It's like when it's like they thought they were shooting their taser, I know what this officer's gonna look like.
It's a new channel. I'm not misogynist anymore. I did see a dude. He came to us from community policing. And this
Sentient, why the fuck you lying?
I'm fucking fighting with this guy, and his name was Cat, right? Catalino. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. Anyway, he drives up, and I'm like, Cat, spray that motherfucker, right? And he goes, okay. And then he pulled out a magazine. He goes, oops, and put the magazine back in. And by the time he figured out where his OC was on his belt, I had the guy in handcuffs. I'm like, don't even fucking bother. Ruin everything.
This
So
is
it's
gonna
not
be
all
so
just women.
cool, and you ruined it.
Right. Oh, and I hated OC though, bro. I never sprayed anybody because that shit gets on you. And
Oh yeah, you're gonna get some blowback.
Yeah. Well,
All right. So just back to the accomplishments of Chief Davis. His assault on criminals led to one drive-by on his home, but a 37% drop in crime in
Boom.
his tenure.
results.
Though this drop was primarily attributed to non-sanctioned crime continuing that was unreported.
So basically, what it's like today, they stop reporting their crime
reporting.
their crime stats to the FBI.
Well, it's
Exactly.
also why unemployment went down.
That's how we got rid of the flu that one year.
Yeah, I mean, just don't report it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's like what I try to tell my
As
wife.
long as you have under 10 whores in your whorehouse, you're fine. No one's gonna mess with you.
Did you ever, you've had those situations where there was like those random rules that are on the books from hundreds of years ago? And we had one in the college town I went to where it was if there was more than 4 non-related females living in a building, it was considered a house of ill repute and would not be allowed.
And yeah, I don't know why did we get rid of that one?
So every sorority house then?
They wouldn't allow, so they wouldn't allow sororities or anything like that because they couldn't, because it was like, I don't know why the city council wouldn't get rid of that ordinance, but they're like, no, we're pretty happy with it as is.
No
Worked in
whorehouse.
the past.
Because it worked. That's why.
Yeah. First, they're all gonna sync up on their mooncycles, and then they're gonna start whoring themselves out together.
Periods attract bears.
I'm not saying that the city was a calmer place because women weren't allowed to live together in groups, but it was a better place. No, all right.
Not for the men that got stuck living with them. Ugh.
The college I went to was 70% female, so it was going to be.
Is that like kind of the man of the house with?
Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, as long as one man lives there, it's okay.
Was that the plot of the
No,
movie? How the fuck do you remember?
No,
He was the house dad. It was like
Yeah,
a
he was
house
the-
mom.
he was
God dang it!
mother.
No, Jane is right there. She's one comment under you.
On the other hand, Jane goes a whole different direction. Harems.
All
All right. So James, two
I
guns.
but hold on. With Jane's happy little icon with the harems question mark, I like to read it as a very positive question thing. Like harems? Should we be open to these?
Sigma Pi. That one's actually pretty. That one's actually, I like that one. Wait, all right. So Davis is the shit. We have him to thank for the peace that we now have in our country.
Now, do we want to? All right, here's the question: do we move to the second half character focus, or
do you want to save it?
Or do
I
you
mean,
want to
we're
save
kind
that
of
and
at
make it
the-
next week?
Yeah, we're at the
Wrapping
end.
up.
He has a
2 hours.
whole.
This is a whole other biography with a whole different.
I'm freaking excited. I mean, if
Tune in
cinema,
next week for part 2.
if cinema history, so much of our gang, related.
No. This guy's the complete opposite. All right, he is a saint who also invented lube. I think.
So Val
Oof.
Kilmer?
Wait, what do you think? Val Kilmer invented lube?
No, he was the saint. I kind of said that before the lube part.
No, he was You were being honest, Punk. You were like, I thought it was the lube part. He looked awful
Yeah.
thin in Tombstone. I thought he'd been partying with Freddie Mercury.
I thought he would have done great with bat nipples too, but we're not going to go there.
It's not
Okay,
a
so-
cliffhanger. We've finished the first guy's story. It's a whole different
Two
guy.
Guns is done.
Yeah,
Aw.
so next week we're going to learn about Clifford Clinton,
Oh,
a man about as far away from Davis as you could get on a personal
Well,
level.
Sounds
he's
like
still
I'm
not a
gonna like
communist.
this guy.
He's
so
still not a communist, though.
not Two
Okay.
Guns, Too Furious.
Well, now we can spend a few minutes focusing on Mad and his ability to read tips. Have you checked to see if any new tips have come in?
Yes, I have.
Are you checking right now after I asked?
I've been checking the whole time. We're good. Anyway,
He's
what
posting
do
the
you,
link.
what do you guys got going on coming up? How the fuck does Slender get there? He disappeared for like 30 fucking minutes.
I disappeared for like 2 minutes,
I
asshole.
could hear your keyboard.
You could hear my keyboard?
Yeah, I could feel it in my heart.
I don't know what that means.
To entertain, not read.
There you
Anyway,
go,
Slender,
Punk
what do
be
you got?
starting a new channel, the Loopcast.
You're gonna
I
be,
mean, I don't know if lube waddle really rolls off the tongue well.
Slender,
Sorry.
do you want to address this?
You know what does roll off the tongue really well? Magma.
Slender,
A
real
little bit
quick.
more of the left eye, I think.
Are you a mouse, Slender?
No, I'm a rabbit.
There you go. This is a nice callback to our old Tuesday gaming
Oh
streams.
my god! Sorry, I just read the headline to what Sherry sent me for the first time. It is horrible. That is not going to be happening on this stream.
Why not?
Now I want to see it.
I do too.
Oh,
Did we
fine.
hit
Is she
our-
even
did
here?
we
If
hit
she's
our
not here, I don't
numbers?
have to show it. If she's not here, I don't have to show it.
She's here. We know
Well.
she's here.
You did tell her to leave.
She never misses the show.
But
She never left.
she was being mean, I think.
All through her wild days,
She didn't
mad
leave.
existence.
How can she be mean? when
Shocked.
she gives us that
Doctor
avatar?
discovers 30-year buildup of smegma under the foreskin of married man who was suffering agonizing pain in his penis.
Dude, this is why you gotta snip the tip.
That photo
Why, you
in
had to
the picture
sniff
looks
the
very
tip?
familiar, Mad.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out what
Circumcision?
that fucking was, dude.
Who could that be in the picture? In the
What is the thing on the
article?
left?
That is the schmegma that they
Oh, ow! Now okay. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That looks like a snake shedded skin.
That looks more like cartilage.
Well, it was in a plastic glove.
Ugh. Ugh.
Well, we lost Jane. Thanks, Sherry.
No, she's still here.
That's the buildup.
Covering her ears and her eyes.
Now Sherry's comment about like what happened. Like, do you still get it if you're circumcised? Makes more sense now.
Oh.
No,
I don't think so.
Do you not? Is it just a?
It's far more hygienic.
it's only if you've got foreskin.
Oh, okay. So that's the. Oh, so it's a fuck.
It's a
Gentile. It's a
non-chosen people problem.
Gentile
A
problem.
Gentile problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm kind of happy that John Kellogg made all of us do this.
You
Or
were
was it
wrong.
Graham? Whichever one it was.
You was wrong.
Slender, you got any games coming up?
I'm sure I'll have some games coming up.
But by the way, this happens every episode. We gain like most of the views at the end. You fuckers need to start being on time.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes. Wait, are
'Cause I
these
have,
new
like-
super stickers?
I have like
Did you
two
get
good
more
jokes
tips?
to stream.
Oh, I got more. Yeah, sorry, more tips. Got a 102 $1.02 super sticker, and it is of me being awesome.
Is it of you getting your smegma taken?
No.
care
Are
of?
you awesome?
And I got a second $02 super sticker, and it's of Slender finally doing his outro so we can get going.
I already did my outro.
Wait, what did you say?
I said,
When-
yeah, I'll have games coming up at some point.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. Chad, let me guess, something on Friday?
9 p.m. Eastern, Ascendant Art Podcast. We're gonna. I don't even know what comes out. Oh, 28 years later comes out this week.
Oh, does it
so
come out this
probably-
week?
Yep.
Well, now thanks to my
then
super
F1
duper
next week.
sponsor, Andy, I can go.
And so we'll have that to talk about. I think scary movies
I'm
aren't
probably not gonna
Slender's jam, so he's probably
Not
gonna
mine
wanna see-
either.
Scary.
I
Yeah,
like
scary.
Just
movies.
fast
What are you
No.
talking
movies.
about?
I don't need to
Yeah, I thought
hoard
you
those
didn't like
images
the
in my
horror
head.
movies.
No, I don't.
I don't mind horror movies.
Is it just because
I don't like gory movies.
Oh, well, 28 days later, 28 weeks later, and this new one look like they're going to have gore.
I mean, if they got zombies vomiting up their blood, that's not really gore. That's pretty normal for zombies.
Yeah, release the rage.
No, fuck that one. This one.
A Smegment art.
Ugh, no.
Get
This
ready
show
to
is too
start.
short.
It's about 2 hours.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we're at an hour 55.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Too short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Hostel either. So Brahma, what do you got? You got our bullpen on Sunday.
Bullpen
You're the
on
co-host?
Sunday. Last episode of Bourbon and Boarding for the season, Saturday, because the Panthers won the cup back to back tonight.
Had they done that before?
Last year.
Oh, okay.
That's what back to back means.
I didn't. I asked before you said back to back, and it's not like what Punk did earlier. I legit asked before the second part.
And Wednesday, do you want to handle that one, or you want me to?
Yeah, I can handle that one.
Okay.
What's Wednesday? Oh,
The very last episode.
Can't do that right now because I got a $20 tip from Andy, the super sponsor of the Tonight Show. $20. I'm looking. It's $20, Mad, not $2. Okay, lol.
That was the message. It's 20, not 2.
Oh, sorry. It's $20, Mad, not $2. Okay, governor. Nailed it. By the way, Andy's not on the stream. That was just me doing a phenomenal British accent.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah.
It was Cockney.
Yeah.
Andy needs to call in and tell you what he really thinks about that $1, $100 mistake.
Well,
That's
if you
what the
want to call
voicemail's
in,
for.
at the bottom, you'll see the number 726-610-5357.
He's Mad Jones.
Mad, how much for you to see the scary movie?
Oh, okay. When does it come out? Thursday?
The 28 movies aren't even scary.
I don't know, man. I don't see. I'm fine with zombies sometimes, but like the running ones, fuck that shit, bro.
This was the one that
See,
invented the fast mover.
This is where Mad has a winning poker hand, and he's like, okay, so how much can I actually milk out without scaring it away?
To be determined.
Check. All night,
All
just
night
check.
long.
I eat Oreos. I've seen movie.
I like Oreos.
So
Give the man his money.
I tell you,
Hey, that's
I'm
me
probably
on
gonna
his
do a
money.
speakeasy at some point this week as well. So I may do a goal there because I gotta be honest. There's a lot of numbers on the screen I would have to try to add real quick. That's not happening.
You know how you see on the internet with the memes all the time, like if I win the lottery, I wouldn't make a big announcement, but there'd be signs. When Mad gets his prescription refilled, it doesn't make a big announcement, but there's signs.
What are these signs?
He
The
shows up
flurry
on
of
Comic Division.
streams.
He shows up on the bullpen. He shows up on his own stream. He says he's going to do a speakeasy.
I'm sorry, I'm a social butterfly and like to hang out.
Mad suddenly becomes as much of a stream whore as I am.
Punk.
I'm always a stream whore. Wait, that's not a great way to start this.
We're way too excited for it.
Yeah, well, all this
Punk
all this
Waddle
talk
is a stream whore at like 1920s Los Angeles level production.
I mean, one house, lots of streams. That went too well. Let's scratch all that. But I hang out with my puppet friends and I do puppet things when I'm not an avatar.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't need to hoard those images. Listen, one of these assholes, I'm pretty sure it was Imp, told me, bro, you should play fucking Dead Space, right? It's not that bad at all. It's awesome. You'll love it.
I never said it wasn't that bad.
5 minutes, I uninstalled it. Fuck that shit. I only fought one monster. That was enough. I'm done.
Yeah, I want to get you to play Fear sometime.
Nope. Wait, is that the Mark Wahlberg one?
No, it is an old Sierra title with a creepy girl.
Ew, gross. I mean, yes. Wait, what is it?
Matt didn't just uninstall it. He like disconnected the PC and put it in a box that he taped up, and he was like, put a cross on it. It's
Threw
like,
it in the closest river.
Damn, why are you treating me like a 1920s LA whore?
because we know you have a price tag, man.
I do not. I never. Nope.
See, Jane knows what Fear is.
Do I know what it is?
It's fucking horrifying. That game was so fucking scary.
I don't care for it.
I beat it twice. It's really good though.
Should
You
make
get a
him play
gun at
Dawn-
least. It's not like the walking simulators. You actually do have to fight stuff.
should make him play
Manhunt wasn't
Dante's
bad
Inferno.
though.
Just the
Oh,
the
do I get to
level
play
that has the
Pierce
babies.
Brosnan?
Sorta. It's more the way Fear is described is they wanted to make a supernatural John Woo movie.
Tell you what, Jane, I will go see the movie as soon as you start playing Dune with us, and you let me stream our playing and tag you and ride that coattail.
I
Could
wish
use
you
it.
weren't so freaking
I'm a veteran.
awkward, bud.
I'm a veteran.
I'm a veteran. You pulled that one out.
Fuck yeah, bro.
A weird card to play.
It's like, thank you for your service, man.
I don't know if you ever heard
Stop
this,
trying
but-
to be creepy to Jane.
No, it's not like that. Guess what? The subscriptions. It's not like I'm. You know what I mean?
It got real creepy real
It got
fast.
creepy.
I'm just saying I was on fire, guys.
At least Awkward Penguin is a known meme throughout the internet.
You know what? We're
Like,
done. We're done. Imp, do you have anything cool?
Bye, everybody.
Things
We're not
everybody
done
for
yet.
being
Let's
here?
We're
hold on.
Braille and you feel
There's no. Oh yeah. Oh man, I forgot to do
No,
that.
that's
huh?
at the beginning.
And I
Beam
didn't
me
do
up,
it.
Scotty.
Smeg you
Say
for
goodbye
your
to my wife.
service.
I'll say hello to yours.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're not being beamed up,
You're being
Being
beamed
beat
down.
Down.
If you can't be savory, be delicious.
delicious. Yep.
Salacious.
Cock of the horse.
Don't know that one.
What?
Oh, so it's Eye of the tiger,
Here you
cock
go.
of the horse. Take no
No.
prisoners, show no remorse.
That must be the one that him and Shredda just say. to
Yep, that's a new
themselves.
one at the house that we've been doing.
Okay, well, you should stop.
Is that your intro for right before you
No, that's
start
the
doing your
outro.
theme song?
We have to go through all of that if one of us leaves.
Is that the point where she hands you 2 pills and says, "Get away"?
No, that's when I'm just like going in there for nothing. Like, babe, I just 5 minutes. I just need you to watch this one part of this one show that you have no context for, and then I'll leave you alone.
By the way, if you've been watching Murderbot, I feel like you'd enjoy that show.
Shut. I know. You know what? We're done. We're done.
Zombie box. That was creepy. Can I get a refund?
And ending.
Machiavelli production.
Listen now, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Law don't go around here.
Oh, I just thought of one.
Yeah.
Smegmata.
Real good,
Smegmata. Came up with that one.
Just don't go around here.
They keep on calling me, want me to put it down. Oh, baby, run to me, don't go from smile to frown. Hey, law dog, law don't go around here. And I say, hey, law doggy, law don't go around here. You're no daisy at all. And I say, hey, law doggy, law don't go around here. You're no daisy at all.
I want you to know
Don't forget
it's
to leave
over.
voicemails next week.